I love it. So first off, I want to say I'm super excited about the things that Dave just got a chance to cover, that both of them got a chance to cover for that matter. Quick little story so you know about how I live my life. At the State Fair of Texas this year, while transporting my supplies from one booth to another, we made a big commitment to add more cookware. Okay? We wanted legacy booths, or as close as we could to legacy sets, or as close as we could to every booth possible. And so I brought my wok. By the way, I sold like 4 legacy cookware sets this last fall, just bringing my stupid wok around. Well, moving from one booth to another, I don't know, a tenth of a mile, I lost my wok. Literally the largest individual item Cutco makes, I managed to lose it. So if you're wondering about the level of specialness my team deals with, I lost a wok. Thank you guys for making it affordable to replace the future woks I plan to lose. Guys, on our journey to become the great $280 million a year company we are today, we have tested, refined, and developed many new programs and many new sales channels. Now, anytime you add additional sales programs, I got to tell you, it can feel disruptive sometimes to people that are already operating through established channels. Can anyone feel me on that? Say yes or yes. This can lead to misunderstandings. It can lead to defensiveness, questions, even nerves. And honestly, sometimes people can feel a little entrenched and even a little entitled. All right, I'm definitely guilty of that myself. We love to talk about the abundance mindset. You guys like to talk about that? I do. There's plenty of customers. There's plenty of sales out there, and your success will not come at my expense. Right? That's what the abundance mindset says. But sometimes living it out can really kind of be a challenge. I definitely feel that too. I feel like I'm like pulled back a little bit. That's all right. I'll talk louder, okay? So one of those programs in particular, though, I got to be honest, there was one program in particular that felt more disruptive. How disruptive? More disruptive, all right, than anything before. People who had no connection to me come into my area, potentially sell Cutco to my clients. I mean, I haven't actually sold to most of them, in fairness, but like I live kind of near them, right? Ooh, I touched nerves here. I live kind of near them, so I basically own them. That's how ROR works, I think. I don't know. So this very disruptive sales channel that Cutco forced on us, this channel that has the potential to take tens of millions of dollars from us, mess with bonuses and income. Do you guys know what this channel is called? Cutco Events. Oh, snap! Okay. I'm a district manager. You guys are too young. You don't know. There was a time where there was a show in your area and you just took a tablecloth and you did dumb things. We didn't sell a lot of knives. Y'all with me on that? Y'all with me on that? Yes or yes? Yes or yes? That's right. Don't get all edgy on me now, okay? Imagine top reps who aren't even in my office coming in. You think they'll sell more than my team of poorly trained and new people who will quit in a week? That's madness is what I tell you. It's madness, okay? Guys, the reality is you all know how ridiculous that is. The events program didn't make my opportunity worse as a district manager. Engaged, well taken care of customers make my opportunity better. Just like healthy district offices create tens of thousands of customers waiting to be adopted by a CSP like y'all. Would y'all agree with that? Yes or yes? Guys, that's the symbiotic relationship that we actually have here as a company. The more we have us versus them, everybody loses. It's all about the win-win. But if you don't pull the camera back far enough, you miss the forest for the trees. Limiting beliefs limit innovation. Okay? Limiting beliefs limit what? Let's try that again like you mean it. Limiting beliefs limit what? Damn right, all right? Now, I'm not saying anything we're going to talk about today is as big as the events program. It's not. But just like the events program was carefully structured to protect my opportunity as a manager, it also challenged me to do better and never become complacent at what I do. It allowed me to do what I was great at while unleashing the field to really get a chance for us to go out there as a company and sell more knives. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do. We sell more knives. The channels we're going to talk about today present all of us with the same opportunity. And the way you respond to it is going to make a big impact on your year to come. Guys, the company is going to protect your opportunity as CSPs. We got to look at the big picture so we sell more knives. So today, we're going to talk about 2 newer sales channels Cutco has added to the mix that I'm a big fan of. One involves this room very directly. One really doesn't, admittedly. But both have a chance to enhance the Cutco brand and make our great company stronger. So we're going to talk about the federal program. We're going to talk about Costco. To help me do this, I want to bring up my 2 good friends, Brett Lancaster and Luciano Pataki. Big round of applause. On Monday, a group of us came in a little bit early, and we had this epic experience, okay? We got a chance to go out to, like, this compound, and there were, like, giraffes and tanks, and it was kind of weird. I was a little nervous at first, but it was cool. it was cool. We rode on a tank. That was neat, okay? They took one look at me and they're like, there's a weight limit. And I was like, shut up, okay? We fired grenade launchers. I watched Luciano fire a grenade launcher. Seth hit a car from like 250 miles, meters? They might be on the metric system. I was unclear. Brett rode a bear, okay? Luciano rode a unicorn? I don't know. I'm not even sure. Guys, here's what we're going to get a chance to do. To talk a little bit about what they've learned going through these channels, operating within them, and how they've been able to bring that back and really enhance what they do in the field overall. I want to bring up first, can it move? Is it possible? Guys, do we have the technology? Oh. I like to live on the edge. Woo, shit, we're dropping. I'm sorry. Shoot, what did y'all hear, Carlton? All right, guys, to bring up and get a chance to talk about the federal program, all the things he's learned from it, and how it's enhanced his Cutco business, let's give it up to the man you all love, Luciano. Come on up, man. You can use this or you can talk into this, whatever you want.
That's weird. So, yeah. Hey, guys. It's kind of weird. So I've been on the federal program, I think it's been 6 years now. Kind of one of the original people, and kind of got to thinking when Brian asked me about this talk. Looking back when I first started, I remember I was kind of struggling to start off with. The first few years kind of took me a little bit. I was like the bottom of the group, and one of the reasons I struggled was because of how slow some of these events were. It's almost similar to like a mall, and at most bases, you talk to maybe 5 to 7 people in a day, sometimes even less than that. And I really struggled with that just because I was decent at shows, and I was used to, someone at a show, they'd walk away from me. It was like, all right, whatever, like move on to the next person. There's people always waiting. So when I got to bases, it was kind of like a rude awakening because I was like, oh, you walked away, and now probably not anybody else I'm going to talk to. So really it was kind of like a frustrating and humbling moment for me because, just struggled in the beginning. So I realized I kind of had to take a step back and figure out, how can I get better at this? So I started working on a few different things. One thing is I really focused demo and approaches on kind of focusing on like the main $1,000 packages, like bundle deals, kitchens, bigger things. And I told myself, if I'm going to only be talking to a few people in a day, I want to maximize, work smarter with every interaction. The next step for me was basically maximizing those few interactions by not letting them leave, starting off with, asking a lot of quality questions. I know Brandon had that awesome talk yesterday. So asking a lot of quality questions and really helping customers understand why it makes sense to buy today, to buy the Ultimate, to bundle it with the flatware, even bundle it with the cookware. And just also the other thing tying into that, also keeping my energy up. So I know that was the thing that for a while I kind of let emotions kind of get the best of me where, the one person walks away and you're kind of like in a bad funk, and then next person comes up and you're not in the right state of mind. So that was another thing is, big thing is staying energized. I know I work a lot with Seth, so if you guys know, he's really good at that with his kicks. So, yeah.
Can I ask one question real quick? And I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt your flow, but I'm going to. Can anyone relate to that, though? Like just the struggle of you only talk to a couple people in a day and just keeping your head in the right space, like to where you're able to step back in that? I got to say, that was a fundamental misunderstanding I had of the federal program. Like in my head, the federal program was a home show. It's not. I mean, it's just its own thing. It's a much slower pace. And watching what these guys do with that $1,000 package focus, so if you're a note taker, just the efficiency with customers, the $1,000 package focus, and kind of that 5 to thrive. Like these guys, they only need to talk to 5 people a day to make it happen. So just my notes as he's rolling.
Yeah. So that was a big deal. And then another thing is really focusing on not prejudging people. I know we're always told not to do that. I was always really bad about that. I was a guy that would do appointments and Zillow the guy's house, see what it looked like, and I'd be like, doesn't look so great. Not excited about that one. So really not prejudging people. So one thing I got really good at is making sure to give everybody the same demo. So I don't care if you're a single guy with like no teeth in your mouth, which Tennessee, we have a lot of that. And then, or if it's like a money couple with like Louis Vuitton, everything. So like I always make sure to like always have the same demo with everybody. One quote I always like try to remind myself every single day before a shift, or if to start kind of notice I'm like slipping a little bit, getting lazy, is we don't rise to our occasion, we fall to our standards. Some guy named Seth Kinsler, I think, had that quote. I don't know. So yeah, and then also kind of force myself to kind of change my mindset every day with basically understanding it's not coming from like a place of scarcity, but just understanding that every person that doesn't get the best demo, it's potentially me missing out on $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 of income that I'm losing out by not doing my best with every single person. So it's funny because I started applying all these different kind of like attitudes and mindset and lessons to my overall business. So I kind of used to tell myself the story that like, oh, well, like federal, like we'll sell, we'll do really well, but traditional events, like we can't put up the kind of the same events because they're just different. And it's funny because after this year, kind of looking back, I noticed that's really not true. It's crazy. I was looking at like averages are actually this past year were a little over 1,000, and that's like all events like kind of combined together for the year. So I kind of started to have that shift in my mindset about kind of what's possible overall. So yeah, the whole journey overall, one thing I had to kind of sit back and realize I had to kind of put my ego to the side and realize to always be a student. I feel like it's important for everybody in this room, whether you just started 2 or 3 weeks, or if you've been here 10, 15 years. I feel like it's one thing that we can kind of all better. Is just always being a student, always getting better. Something I can't remember exactly where I heard it from, but if you're not learning and growing, you're dying. So something that I try to, yeah, it's Brian. So that's something that I try to kind of remind myself every day. But yeah, that's kind of, I don't know.
I love it, guys. Let's give him some love. Luciano, I think, is for real, low-key, one of the most humble people I have ever met. Has anyone experienced that working with him? Guy just sells himself short. So, 1 or 2 quick thoughts on the federal program from my perspective. Guys, I'm a big fan of the federal program. I come from a military family, so I know there's great people on those bases waiting to be served. But I got to be honest, I can tell you, first off, it's definitely not the thing for me. And I think sometimes it's always the grass is always greener. Y'all with me on that? I can tell you, for me, it's not the thing. I'm a dad. I'm old. And as much as we love all, like, living vicariously through, like, Brandon Brown and Matt Graves, like they're in just, like, this cherry blossom garden in Tokyo, and you're like, what are you doing? And you're like, how much did you sell there? Good Lord, okay? But what you miss is that, like, for every one time Chelsea goes to Germany, she has, like, 8 times where she's going to, like, El Paso Motel 6. And, like, that's hot, baby. Everyone say, that's hot. So, guys, it's a great program. It's amazing. But the reality is there's a finite amount of bases. There'll be a finite amount of federal reps. But what I love about the federal program, is not really the federal program. Guys, I wasn't doing those bases anyway. Who cares? If you spend that much time worrying about what someone sells in an area you're not in, you kind of have bigger problems than the net meeting anyway, all right? And don't come and share them with me. You'll just neg me out, okay? Guys, what I love about the federal program is just the increased efficiency that these guys are bringing to our team. Like, they have made our state fair better because they're bringing that mindset of efficiency and a big package focus, and I think that's something all of us could benefit from. Yes or yes? Awesome, guys. I want to learn new things, so we bring it back to the 221 events that we do a year in TGP. So, that was a joke at our expense. All right. So, guys, let's change gears here. Let's transition a little bit, and let's talk about Costco. Now, guys, I'm so excited to talk to y'all about this. Believe it or not, I picked this topic. Isn't that crazy? I said, like, when I said that, like, the room went down. Like, it got cool in here because it was hot before. Okay? Let's talk real talk for a minute about Costco. Can we do that? Yes or yes? All right. So, do me a favor real quick. You guys are falling asleep, and that doesn't happen when Brian has the microphone. Everyone stand up. Stand up. Come on. Stand up real quick. Let's get our energy up. Stand up. Stephen Decker, will you count us out? We're going to do a Ric Flair. 2 claps and a Ric Flair on 3. Stephen Decker's going to count this out. Are y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, high five your neighbor. High five your neighbor. Come on, come on, come on, come on. High five your other neighbor. Now high five the more attractive one again. It's my favorite thing to do at a conference. I'm like, hey, everyone get up. Go introduce yourself to the most and least attractive person you see. But don't tell them which they are. Keep them guessing. All right, guys. Relax, everyone. We're going to sell $50 million. Who the hell cares what anyone else does, right? Damn right. All right, let's do real talk on Costco. Can we do real talk? Can we do real talk? 80 million people have Costco cards. How many people? How many this side? How many? There you go. Y'all are far away. I can't hear you. I'm deaf. Okay? Guys, Costco processes 2.3 million orders a day. That's a lot of orders. Damn. Okay? But the amount that actually purchase from Costco, just so y'all know, the amount who buy Cutco, it is a statistical rounding error. It's like Cutco.com. It's just something that some of us spend way too much time thinking about. Let's use the State Fair of Texas as an example. State Fair of Texas this last year was the biggest CPO event for the calendar year. Not the biggest ever. That's LA County. Game recognizes game. Much respect to the team out there. This last year, we happened to be the biggest event. Over 2 million people attended the State Fair of Texas. We have 4 booths there. And I had someone yesterday tell me with a straight face, oh my God, we would never have 4 booths. At that point, you're just cannibalizing sales. Okay? You've lost your mind, okay? You have lost your mind. Do y'all know how many orders we wrote up at the State Fair of Texas last year? Shout it out. What do you think? Come on, shout it out. 1 order, Bob. By the way, she was close. Guys, we were up 1,935 orders at the State Fair of Texas last year. Honestly, I don't even know why you're clapping. I'm excited we did. I made a lot of money. It was good to me, okay? Guys, we rode up to less than 0.1%. That means that 99.91% of the people at the State Fair of Texas didn't buy knives. And we're really good. We have trophies. Some are bigger than others, okay? Guys, if you're more concerned about the take you have out of that than how to maximize the other 99.91% of potential business out there, do y'all see how you've fallen into a trap? Yes or yes? Yes or you feel me? Yes or yes? You have fallen into a trap, my friends. Guys, if we were selling as much as at Costco as I think a lot of people think we were, this would be a whole game changer. So don't get me wrong. My message today is not buck up and be a good soldier, okay? But I got to tell you, if you're spending too much time on that, you don't understand the law of abundance, and your headspace and expectations are wildly impacting your results. I'll tell you that for a fact. Guys, the reality is some people are going to purchase 4 table knives at a discount at Costco that's hard to match. Just like some of your customers are going to buy a slicer from their nephew, Jimmy. Right? Ever had Jimmy sell your customer? You're like, get right, Jimmy. Okay? You don't matter. I don't care about you. But one day you were Jimmy. I'm not now. Do you know what I pay a year? All right? This is not a zero-sum game, guys. It's not a zero-sum game. We feel like those orders are taking away from us, and maybe every once in a while it's true, but the majority of those were just orders of convenience. That's all it was. And the more time that you spend stressing about that, the more you're just killing yourself. The exact same amount of time you spend complaining about it somewhere, if you just made a few calls, you probably replace that sale anyway, which tells us we're not that worried about the income. We just feel like something was taken away from us, right? And is that a business problem or an emotional problem? Is that a business problem or an emotional problem? By the way, maybe it could be both. Maybe it could be both. But I'm just going to tell you, you should accept that with the same grace that you demonstrate when y'all sell an ultimate upgrade to one of my new reps' customers that sold them a kitchenette set. Does that make sense? Let's take it with the same grace as the business professionals we are. Guys, one of our core values in TGP, a rising tide raises all ships. You believe it or you don't. I believe in the abundance mindset, and one of the things I love about our company is they're going to protect our opportunity, y'all. You know why? We make them a lot of money. Yeah, make yourself irreplaceable. It's awesome, okay? They're going to protect our opportunity, all right? But at the same time, guys, when you go in with open mind, when you go in with open eyes, these extra sales channels make our jobs here better. So we have a very unique opportunity to get a chance to sort of talk about Costco, frame it a little bit, answer some questions you might have, and really how to maximize Costco customers that come up to the booth. Who here sold to someone that said they saw us at Costco before? Yeah, that's what I like to see. That's the photo right there. So, guys, let me get up to my very good friend. I've known this man since 2003, 4-ish, because we're both old. Man of the hour and one of the people who helped, one of the original architects of the Costco program, Brett Lancaster.
Yes. Hello. Real quick, just want to say hi to the left side of the room. How are y'all doing? Yeah, it's like y'all are forgotten about over there. I didn't forget about you. Right side, hello. Great to see you. Kind of feel awkward because in the middle, you look like we've all been like on an abandoned mountain and we're all starving and you all simultaneously just decided you're eating me first. So stop staring like that. It's really freaking me out. Okay, now that we said that straight, no one's going to eat me. Costco program. I was very excited to be a part of that. My heart has always lied with you in the field, but it was a great opportunity, and I'll be completely honest. When I first thought about it, I was like, man, but like, what about all the people in the field? Like, because I'm going to slay it, so I'm going to sell to everyone. Like, just so you know, it didn't sell to everyone. It was a little different than I thought. So I'm going to pop a couple fear bubbles with Costco, and I'm going to give you some verbatim out of our training, because I know one of the biggest things, and I've received a lot of text messages from a lot of different people in this room about Costco that knew my background, because people are like, dude, I'm pretty sure the guy just said, yeah, forget your rep, just buy from me. I'll be here like once every like 4 months. Just come back and find me, like all these things. And that's not really the case. So I'm going to read a couple things verbatim out of the kind of the handbook and what the Costco program teaches their reps, because I feel it's really important for you to hear. So one of the big things is, hey, I have a rep that comes to my house, or I have a rep that sends me emails, right? Normally, you would think that people would be like, okay, cool, well, let me know if you have any questions, right? One of the things we teach, or they teach the Costco program reps, is to acknowledge that. You have a rep? Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I'm so glad to see that our customers are being served, right? Because we're about serving our customers. That's why we don't call it upselling. We're literally doing a service for our customers. So we teach the same thing in the Costco program. We say, hey, that's a great thing you have a rep. Another really big question is, hey, do you have better pricing than like our rep? Like, I have a guy, he's really cute, he's blonde, he wears glasses. Yeah, I'm talking about you. But if you can beat his price, like, I'll buy from you for sure. Couple things. Costco, no room to negotiate. So it's not like we're like, hey, it's normally $99 and here, I'll give it to you for $50. Like, that's not what's happening. All the prices at Costco are set. So there's no negotiating at Costco. There's no customizing packages. Oh, I love all those pieces, but I don't want the shears. I don't want this knife. I don't want the Santoku trimmer. That's not an option. And in fact, at Costco, they don't have the full catalog. Some of you may know, some of you may not know, but there's only 10 to 12 SKUs, 10 to 12 items on the shelf at any given time. Now, there are some specialty things that they can order and be shipped from Cutco, but that list is very small, and it's on occasion. Normally around the holiday times when people are doing a lot of gifting. At Costco, they're not allowed to say, hey, yeah, you know what? You need to get your knife sharpened? Call my buddy Roger Rodriguez. Here's his number. So a lot of you that have customers, right, that come up to the booth, they say, I want sharpening or this and that. We refer them back to Cutco. But guess what? If they have a rep and the customer knows their rep, even if they don't, we say, oh my gosh, you have a rep. That's so awesome. Feel free, reach out to them, ask them about sharpening. A lot of the people that are in the know say, I know they're doing a lot of like new events, like service events, things like that, but just reach out to your rep, they'll help you out. When we talk about pricing, Costco, they're not like, hey, don't tell your rep what our prices are. In fact, they encourage people that work behind the booth, say, yeah, you know what, this pack, it's $129. Feel free to take a picture, send it to your rep, see what kind of deal they can make you. But, you know, if you just need to grab it or, you know, you want to, you're more than welcome to. It's the same thing if someone walked up to you in the booth and said, hey, I want to buy this set right here. What are you going to do? No, I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't sell it to you. No. You have cash? That's even worse. The funny thing is we're all like, nowadays, we're like, cash, yeah, it's probably going to take like 5 months longer. Do you have a card? Right? No one wants to deal with that. But at Costco, if someone wants to buy something, they can. We're never going to tell them no, but we always encourage them to talk to the rep, to double check pricing. The one thing that Costco makes Cutco, and I'm gonna emphasize this, makes Cutco, we had to jump through a ton of hoops over 70 years of being a retail establishment. Costco makes Cutco guarantee their prices on the website and catalogs. They guarantee that anything you buy at Costco will be the advertised website prices and the catalog prices. That's probably why you've seen most Santoku items are guess not where they're at anymore. Catalog for a discount, because we discount them at Costco, right? But guess what all of us can do? We can match any of those prices. A lot of times we can beat a lot of those prices, especially if they're getting 2 or 3 packages or considering doing stuff like that. But it's not gonna behoove anyone to be like, oh, you bought that 2-piece at Costco? Take that back, I'm gonna give you a free peeler to do it. No. You know, this is something I've heard a lot of the greats. Jason, Curtis, Josh, Brian, Chelsea, like a lot of us, someone walks up to the booth from Costco. Oh my gosh, you bought at Costco? High five, that's awesome. Just like you would do if they bought anywhere else. Nothing's changed. But you celebrate that. Great decision on making your first purchase at Costco. By the way, like 60% are like new customers, I just found out. So like most of the customers coming up to the booth and buying are new customers. Guess what we're great at selling to? Customers that have 1 or 2 pieces. That's why like Curtis's average order at a Costco person is like something insane. It's like $3,000 or something. And then he also signs a blood oath that all their kids will also buy Cutco from Curtis forever as well, right? It's a true story. So there's a lot of things about Costco program that people freak out about, and I want you to know it's an additive to our company. It is a spot for you to position yourself to bring all the value Costco doesn't have. They don't have a rep that will actually return their emails, phone calls, that will get something sharpened, that will do a free engraving. Nothing ever comes free at Costco. Guess what we do great at? Give free stuff. Sell things. Everything that we do at Costco, in my opinion, elevates us to a newer level. We add so many thousands and thousands of customers every year due to the Costco program that had never even seen Cutco. But then guess what happens? They walk by your fair, your show, your arts and crafts event, and they're like, is that, we got Costco at Costco, right? They always say that. It's like, yes, you got Cutco at Costco. You're correct, ma'am. It opens up a whole new realm of people that will have never seen Cutco before. So I challenge you to, instead of having the mindset of, oh no, my customer bought a trimmer here or some table knives here, embrace that. And when you find that out, or your customer tells you, use that as an opportunity to reaffirm your value to the customer. Make that choice. Because in the 3 years and the hundreds of thousands of dollars that I've sold at Costco, the only time that people walk up and they have a rep, it goes one of 2 ways. And same thing happens to us at the booth. Oh my gosh, I love Cutco. I have a rep. Oh my gosh, he lives in Austin. I'm like, yeah, it's Josh. Like, you know Josh? And I'm like, yeah, for like 30 years. He's one of my best friends. No big deal. It's cool. He didn't invite me to his wedding, but it's okay. Sorry, just had to say that. He left just because I was going to say that. But really, take it as an opportunity. But people come up, and if you do a good job as a rep, if you market, you reply to emails, you don't dilly-dally around, they come up and they say, oh my gosh, I love my rep. Oh, y'all have a special? Okay, cool. Let me reach out to my rep real quick and see if he can beat that price. 90% of times when someone has a rep, and they're a good rep that do what they say they're going to do for their customers,
Key part there. Key part there. Some of us inflate what we're actually offering our customers. I got to be honest. There's a lot of times like I talk a good game. Oh, I'm always there. I take every call. I beat every deal. I mean, do y'all always do that? Because I don't. So that's a key part if you're being a really great rep.
Good point. Thank you. But yeah, but real quick, 1 of 2 ways. You're either doing what you're supposed to be doing, and your customers will be loyal to you. It's been proven time and time again. I sit at the State Fair, I see thousands of people stand in line to see Chelsea because they love Chelsea, and Chelsea builds that relationship, and they know that they can trust her. So if someone sees Cutco at Costco, they'll call Chelsea. But if you're the rep that doesn't return the phone calls, that doesn't send the emails, that doesn't send them that extra paring knife or table knife like you're supposed to do because it's a promo product, those are the people that are like, my rep doesn't care about me. What do you got? All right, yeah, give me 4 of those. I'll buy gifts. When they could be calling you to do the same thing. So I challenge you to look at Costco as an additive to your business. Get excited about when someone says they bought at Costco. Celebrate with them. And position yourself to be their new solution to giving the gift of Cutco. Thanks, I appreciate it.
That's a truth bomb there. Oh, hang on. I know you think you're going to take the mic. Good freaking luck. Good luck. All right. Yes, it does. So here's the deal. Let's do quick lightning round. Can we do a lightning round? Can we do a lightning round? I mean, I'll stop. Can we do a lightning round? Remember that cool thing we did for Dave? We were all like a team. It was all together. Can we do a lightning round? Very good. Okay, let's do lightning round really quickly. First off, what are some questions people have? What are the prices at Costco? Guys, contractually, we can't publish the price list. If you go to a Costco, don't be a jerk, but if you see Cutco there, that's fine. Take a picture. We can't do that, but the target is about 20% down. So how much? 20%. About 20%, give or take. All right, so that's a ballpark there. How many average orders do you think Costco writes up a day? Like, how many orders do you think, on average, are actually writing up? 5. Depending on the area, between 5 and 10. That's it. 5 and 10. Y'all with me on that? It's literally it, just so y'all know. So they saw a lot there. There's a lot of them, but it's literally 5 to 10. That's it. The company tries to keep it at about 9 SKUs, and believe it or not, they actually would like to lower it even more. Costco's just kind of, we got to have a certain amount, but they actually are trying to keep it lower and keep it simple. So what are your value propositions as a rep? You should always know this off the top of your head, not because of Costco, for anything, okay? Guys, you sell the entire catalog, right? You can engrave things. You can sell different colors. You can service them in the future. If this isn't top of mind awareness for you, you should jot these things down, okay? Just like Brett said, when someone comes up to the booth and says, wow, I saw Cutco at, I almost said, I saw Cutco. Dude, I've had Petco for years. Anyone ever gotten that one? All right, here's our closing thought. Is anything in this company perfect? No. Yeah, I am. Good night, everybody. No. Okay. Nothing in our company is perfect because we're imperfect people and we all make mistakes. Who's made a mistake before? Guys, we all make mistakes. So here's what I would encourage y'all, okay? Brett said, let's celebrate when someone says they got Cutco at Costco. Why don't we just celebrate when someone got Cutco? Game? Does it matter? Who cares? Oh, I bought it at a show in California. I used to live out there, but now I don't. Oh, that's awesome. Who is your rep? I don't know, Johnny No Name. Oh, I bet he was a good guy. That's awesome. I'm glad you have Cutco. Oh, I bought from you 3 years ago at State Fair. Great. You're about to buy it all, okay? I got Cutco from my mom. That's fantastic. I got Cutco from a drawing or a raffle. Oh, that's so cool. You work for a cool company. Why is it if they're like, I got Cutco from Costco, you're like, you don't deserve me. What is this weird entitlement thing? Good grief, guys. Just sling blades. Just sling blades. The pie is not fixed. Don't spend too much time worrying about other people's slice. Find a time how to make this pie bigger, because I promise you the company's going to take care of us all. Guys, big round of applause. Thank you for Luciano and Brett taking on this challenging topic. And thank you guys for being awesome and having that abundance mindset.